Hey guys, it's your host, Alanna, here to spill the tea. And welcome back to the Sassy and Classy podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get into it. Welcome back to the Sassy and Classy podcast with your host, Alanna. Who else? We got a very special guest today. I always say that, but Ellie is special.
So special.
So special. I mean, we haven't really talked in like a year. She was mad at me.
Was I?
I don't know.
Was I?
I don't even know. I thought we had like a falling out or something out of like it was like after your birthday last year. Like we just never talked after that, and I felt super bad.
I don't know what. Oh, I'm like my birthday. Yeah, no, you're good. I don't think it was a falling out. It was more of just like different paths at the time.
Yeah.
And like.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't on that path that you were probably on.
So.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a falling out. I think everyone like we can reconnect at different points in life.
Yeah.
And it's good to like be able to come back and still be able to have that kind of like
like nothing fucking happened.
Right.
Yeah. So. All right. Love that. Aaliyah and I have known each other for a minute. Let's talk about how we met.
So we met at our job.
Donut Inn.
Shout out Donut Inn. Just kidding.
Not really.
Not at all, actually. We met at Donut Inn. I started working. That was my first job in high school. What was I, like 16, 17? I don't know. One of those. But
yeah, you were still, yeah.
I was so little. And Lonnie was one of, is it Alanna on here? Or is it
yeah,
Lonnie
it's Alanna. But
is Alanna on here? Okay.
It's okay. I know.
This is how far back, like.
Yeah, we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Alanna was one of the first people that, like, I actually worked with, like, one-on-one, and actually got to see in action. And
oh boy.
One of like the core memories from that place, from me just beginning working there, was like, I'm not gonna name drop, but I remember this time where I had just started and we're closing and it's kind of empty. It's pretty empty. It's dead. And we're trying to close and she's a very fast closer, very fast worker in general.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You.
Yeah, I definitely was. I was like, let's get
ready
the
to
fuck
go.
out of here.
We were done, clock out at like 6:01. We close at 6. That kind of. Sometimes. Not
sometimes.
Always, but like,
sometimes it'd be earlier.
Sometimes. That part. But I remember one time you were like, you were going through something because of somebody, a guy.
Mm-hmm.
You can blur this out. What's his name? That one. So I remember you sitting on like the the table in the back, like just on your phone, like this.
I remember this exact moment.
And I'm just like, okay. Like,
you were pissed.
I was just so confused because I'm like, okay, this is crazy, but also like, what am I supposed to be doing? And like, this is fine. But like, also, are you okay? And like, I don't know you well enough to be like,
I told you the whole story.
Oh, definitely did. Just definitely did.
This is like one of the first like days of Aaliyah working.
Like first week, not even.
Yeah, but that's the thing at Donut Inn. Like, it was after. First of all, Donut Inn, for people that don't know, it's a coffee shop. So technically, we were baristas, but it was the chillest coffee shop you'll ever work at after 12, because after 12. Right. It's only 2 people from 12 to 6. And like we were all homies for the most part.
Not even just that, but also on the weekends, like any weekend, it's just us.
Yeah.
Like
no boss.
Just us.
Like
from 5 a.m. to noon to 4, it's just us.
Yeah. So you can imagine that.
But like,
you can imagine.
Honestly, I feel like it could have gone worse. Looking at it now compared to like how it was back then.
She should want us all back.
And I'm sure like she might, but like
she would never.
But it's just I feel like we were able to develop because of the fact that the people that were working there at that time, like I feel like we had a very different work ethic than like other people in that time, and not even just that time, and now like just in general. And the way that we were able to like multitask and get stuff done.
You can swear on here.
I'm protecting my image.
Okay. Oh, I don't have one. I don't have that.
But you could like just get stuff done and have the headset on and have like 20 different conversations while still like yelling across the store like different jokes and just talking and having a whole conversation while taking order at drive-thru and while taking counter and like making 3 coffees. It was crazy.
It was fucking crazy.
We were talented.
We were talented. We still are talented.
Yeah.
Let's
I feel like we don't get props for
let's
that.
not forget the walkie-talkie headsets.
I love
So
those headsets.
we had headsets at that job, right? If you were working drive-through, or you were supposed to be wearing a headset if you were working on the food station too, which we never would really do in the morning.
Right.
Unless you were working in the weekdays when someone was there and had to, and we'd get yelled at every 5 seconds for literally lifting a finger. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
We
Our
moved on.
headsets were walkie-talkies. Like, we would literally press a button and we'd be able to say anything we want, like this, like this, like this, like whatever. And like the outside wouldn't hear it, but we would hear it.
Oh yeah, so there was there was multiple buttons, but there was one button for like the speaker and then one button for like us to communicate.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was over our heads, so we can like just talk to each other all the time.
Yeah. If we're like peeing in the bathroom or something and like someone's out there and they're like, can you hurry up? And like you can hear it. You can literally.
I remember, like I would put the headset like on the there was a computer in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
No one used the computer.
No one used that.
Unless
it was the owner.
Yeah, I don't know. But we would put it like, you put the headset there, it's far enough away, whatever, it's sanitary. You can hear people like screaming or just talking, be like, there's like 10 people on the counter, can you come out here? Like whatever the case may be, or just talking in general.
Yeah.
Or singing.
The place was so freaking small anyway, you could still hear everybody outside the bathroom without the headset on.
True.
So, but that's funny. That's a funny core memory of Donut Inn because, oh my God, wait, to go back to that conversation, this story, I don't know if I want to share it. I could share it, but do I want to? Because it's kind of fucking bad on my end. But then again, what I was going through with the kid, like, it really, like, it was bound to happen.
Like, I don't know if this had anything to do with the casino, but I feel like everything somehow correlated to casino at some point, or like just that era.
I stopped working at Donut Inn like 2019, I think.
Yeah. Was that the one? I thought you got banned with Nick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think, okay, maybe just because I was working there.
Yeah.
And like that. Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
cool.
But that was my first job too, Donut Inn. And honestly, I'll never forget my friend Megan, our friend Megan that worked at Donut Inn too. We all worked at Donut Inn. Little fam. These girls in high school, we were seniors, Megan and I, and these girls that were younger than us, like sophomores or freshmen, dressed up as us, as Donut Inn girls, wore the headsets, wore the t-shirts that we sold, and had like a fucking 50 box of munchies. And we're walking around school. She'll remember this. But they were dressed up technically as Donut Inn girls, aka her and me, because we were the only two working there.
That would have like irritated me. I don't know if that was like a form of flattery, because imitation's a form of that would have pissed me off if I saw that.
Like, are you making fun of me, bitch?
At school and I'm not at work and I just see. No.
Yeah.
No. Do you want to clock in? Do you want to take my shift?
You want to take my job?
You can.
You can. She would hire you. She would hire anybody, clearly.
As long as you're not a boy, you're getting hired.
Actually, there's a boy that's working now. There. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're in a recession or something?
Yeah,
signs of a recession. They hire a boy.
Didn't fucking that other guy work there with us?
Yeah. Again, signs of a recession. That was a long time ago.
Oh, okay, we're getting messy.
Anyway. We loop back in.
So I wanted to have a Leah on this podcast today because I've been having so many fitness people on lately. Like
I noticed that it's like a trend, not a trend, but like a little
like back to back to back to back. And it's not intentional. I just have a lot of friends that are in the fitness space like me, but I'm like, they're all personal trainers. So it's kind of like, I'm trying to like separate the conversation from everyone's, which I feel like I did a little bit since you're starting to get into personal training and stuff. You're certified. Congratulations. Thanks. How long did it take you to do that?
I started it in the day after, so December 26th, and then I got certified April, like the last week of April. I told myself I just wanted to get it done in like 3 months or less, just because I know that like I don't like to study. I don't like to I'm not that I don't like to. I'm bad at it. I have ADHD. Hey.
Hey.
So it's just I know if I like take too much time to do it, I'm gonna get bored of it and I'm not gonna want to do it anymore. So it was like I just needed to study all the time. I studied every day. I studied at work, at home, when I was doing no matter what. I fell asleep to like NAS and podcasts. Like that's all I was: eat, sleep, breathe, training.
Good.
And so I was like, I need to pass this, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like this. It kind of like the idea of me being a personal trainer came out of nowhere in a sense. Like I had that idea from me training people and like us working out and like the history of me being in the gym. But I didn't know that's what I wanted until
I started.
Until like yeah.
So what is your goal with that?
So ultimately I would like love to open up a gym. But like, wouldn't we all? Like,
I mean, we could you know how many people I've talked to about starting a gym with them?
Like, there's no good gyms in the area, and if they are good, you have to pay like $300 a month. And they're just, gym culture now is just so strange, and there's always a different stigma and conversation that just doesn't need to be had. And like right now on TikTok, it's all about, oh, but you shouldn't wear this, it's inappropriate to the gym. Like, we're working out, we're doing, so if you show up to soccer practice, right? Or a soccer game in full sweats, you're going to pass out.
You can't work, you can't, like, you could come there with that, but you have to take it off.
You can't play the entire game with, like, you're going to pass out.
Yeah.
You can't train, you can't go, like, you can't do these things unless you have the mobility and the movement. You can't move in restricting clothing. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't be a problem. Why do you care?
And you literally can't even fucking breathe because it's not breathable fabric, and your body just sweats and sweats and sweats. That makes you pass out. Wait, so what are they saying on TikTok that you can't wear? Because I don't pay attention to that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
So because of like just the fitness, because my fitness page, I only like fitness related stuff. So my whole For You page is only like fitness. So I'll see all the different like trends going on. And this, I saw it briefly. I don't know. I think it started with like this, I guess like the butt scrunch shorts, but like this girl was wearing something really tiny, like really revealing, whatever. I guess that was where it started. But the majority of people took it as just like everyday things that like your shorts and like a crop top or sports bra. People took it as like that's a problem as well. It's not. Why do you care?
Why do you care?
And I get it. Like, there was a whole other conversation where it's like, oh, you know you're dressing this way for attention. You know you're dressing this way for attention. Why do you act like you're not? Why are you trying to avoid that? I will dress this way in my home gym.
Oh, 100%. But I think that's what it is. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, you know, it's because like, you feel good in it.
Yeah. It's for my own self.
If you hear that, sorry. There's a vent behind here. No, but, like, honestly, these shorts that I'm wearing right now, they're fucking, they're, this couch is cheap. Don't hate, appreciate. These shorts that I'm wearing right now are like pretty cheap, but they're fire. All right. And I don't know. I'm not the bitch that wears a sports bra and shorts to the gym though. I wear like a shorts and then like a top, like a tight top, but it covers my whole top for the most part.
Right. But you also don't care what other people are wearing.
I also don't fucking care what people are wearing because it's like, if you feel confident in what you're wearing, then wear it, and who gives a fuck what other people think? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like at our gym, like, no one really gives a shit what you're wearing.
No, and I think, thankfully, I feel like we have to give props or give credit to the high schoolers that show up in, like, Crocs and sweatpants and, like,
Cookie Monster sweatpants, PJs.
Because once, the bar is in hell.
Yeah.
The bar is in hell.
Yeah.
So you wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's people in jeans.
Oh my God, there's people in jeans. There's people in suits. No, like literally working out.
Like straight before the office, after the office, I don't know.
Yeah.
Lunch break, I don't know.
Lunch break.
But like if I can't judge them, they can't judge me. Okay? You wear your suit, I'm going to wear my little tiny crop top and my little tiny shorts, and it is what it is.
Yeah, period. If you got it, work it. Is that what they say? If they got it, flaunt it.
Yeah, I don't know the rest of the song.
If you got it, flaunt it.
Yeah. Or don't. Who cares?
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you
Who
want.
cares? At the end of the day, where are we? We're on this little spinning rock in the middle of space. Who cares?
Who cares? There's more things to worry about.
It's not important.
I'm just like, I feel like you and me relate in that way where we're just like, I really don't give a fuck about what people like have to think or say about anything that I think or say.
And that's also like going back to the whole donut in thing. That's one of the reasons that I gravitated towards you specifically as like out of just everybody, because I noticed immediately we just like, you don't care. Like,
Yeah.
you don't give a fuck. And not even in like a bad way. Like, because I also don't care. Because, like, realistically, why?
Yeah.
Why should I care?
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. There are people that are dying. There are people that are starving. There's wars. There's so much else going on. Our problems are so small. And not to like make it like
that.
Not to make it like that, and not to make it like, oh, nothing, you know, the things we go through don't matter. But like, I just hate, and this is kind of back to like our conversation we had in the gym earlier about people. I just hate when it's just constant like negativity, bad vibes, constantly talking just down about other people and just constantly like complaining, and just life is so short. You don't know when your last day is. You don't know what tomorrow brings, if there will be tomorrow. Just cut the shit.
Cut the fucking shit.
Cut the shit.
I guess we could talk about like energy, like people that give off like positive versus negative energy. Because you said that you gravitated towards me, right?
Yes.
And I noticed that.
Yes. What the fuck?
I noticed that because like the minute I saw Leah working in like the morning with like a big group of us that were all like now friends. I mean, I was friends with them before, but you came in.
I didn't know these people.
It's like it's intimidating. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I
definitely.
mean? It's like all girls. We're all like close in age and like, you know, you don't know anyone and whatever. I like saw you not engaging with like anyone for like 3 weeks or like 2 weeks or something. So when I was happy that I got to work with you because like I think that we just like you said, like hit it off like immediately because we're the same. Like you're quiet until you're not.
Yeah.
You're quiet until you like allow yourself to like let yourself like show yourself to that person, and then you're just like
Bingo.
So
That little switch flips.
yeah. What kind of people do you think you gravitate towards, and like what kind of energy do you think you give off to people?
So I am okay. This is tricky because there's two sides of it. I am neurodivergent. I have ADHD and a little bit tism.
I didn't know that.
No one know. I told Megan like a few weeks ago as a joke, and
yeah,
she's
you
like,
always
"What?"
say things as jokes, but you're serious.
I was very lately diagnosed. I was diagnosed with ADHD last 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then like high functioning autism like this year.
Oh my god.
So like,
What? That's so interesting.
so like it makes sense. to
It's like
me.
social skills.
It is. It's all socially. Like once I'm on my like Adderall, I'm good to go. But if I'm not, like I don't want to be perceived. I can't talk to people. I'm just in my head. Growing up, like I didn't know what I had and what it was, and I just would have like situational issues in the sense of like I remember being in school and I knew the answer all the time because I was ahead of my grade all the time, always ahead of my level.
Which makes sense.
But like I knew the answer and I could not raise my hand.
Couldn't get the words out.
I just like couldn't even, I like would fight myself, literally fight myself, my brain versus my body. Like raise your hand, you know the answer, but it's also like, I literally cannot do it. So things like that, like just being in situations with people, I need to figure out how to present myself. So me having that wall up and being quiet and that's just me observing and figuring out how to approach these people and just make myself seem the most personable towards them and just kind of adapting. And it's really like, I'm like a chameleon. Like I just adapt to my surroundings because I don't know
how to go about that.
Right.
Like
I
certain
don't know what the
situation.
normal situation would be. So like everything I'm doing, it's always not everything. A lot of the time I'm masking. Like, if I'm in social situations, if I'm at work, I'm masking.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me. That's just who I have to be for society.
Mm-hmm.
And not to make it sound like deeper than, because like it is, but
it is pretty
like,
deep.
But like that, I don't know. I feel like I'm just desensitized to that because it's like it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it is very exhausting having to pretend, and it's strange because I feel like sometimes I don't really know who I am because I'm always putting on a different, not really a different persona, because I'm pretty consistent with who I am in my mask. But I just need to figure out like a nice little little balance between like, okay, who I should be versus like who I really am, because who I really am is just a lot that I haven't processed and I haven't figured out that part yet. So
wow, that was very like empowering. Thanks. I had no idea.
Yay.
A mask, you say? See, I love talking about mental health and shit and just health in general on this podcast. Like, I could talk about this all day. Like, I'm happy we're on this topic instead of fucking fitness right now.
Right.
But
like, at the end of the day, it all ties in. But like,
yeah,
this is a very important part that like
so
no one really talks about.
How did you figure out that
my brain was different?
You were like on a spectrum.
That I'm neurodivergent, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Okay.
How did I find it? So I guess starting with like the fact that I always had that like social anxiety. I could never talk to adults. I had a hard time just like talking to people in general. I was always very quiet, very shy, and I had a lot to say, but I just couldn't bring myself to say it. And throughout middle school and high school, I realized that like I am very smart when I apply myself, and I am very competitive. So when I see that like if there's a deadline that I need to hit, I'm not going to do my work until I get to that deadline. But if I see my friend or someone working on their project, or someone is like, oh, I'm writing this paper, and I say, I'm like, oh, that's like,
now I'm going to start it.
Yeah, like, hey,
like fuck doing it the night before. Right. I'm starting it a week before just because you are.
And I realized that like things like that, like doing things because I see like other people doing it, or not just that, but like having someone around and me like cleaning, that's part of the ADHD. That's part of like the neurodivergency. It's what's it called? Body doubling. So
I don't know what that means.
So body doubling is basically if I call you or you call me and like we're on the phone and I start cleaning, or if you call me and you're saying like, oh, I'm on my way, like we're gonna hang out, I'm coming over, and I start like cleaning my room because I'm now motivated to do it because I have this reward coming. And then like it's less if we're on the phone, it's less of a chore because it's like if you're cleaning at the same time,
yeah,
it's like more motivating.
It's like girl math.
Right. And if you're on your way, it's like, okay, it's gonna be a reward, my room's gonna be nice and clean, like this is perfect. But like if I don't have something to watch, or if I don't have like something that's giving me that motivation, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So
why am I the same way?
Well, that I'm pretty sure that's mainly an ADHD
thing.
Trait.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. See, I am in IOP. Do you know what that is? It's intensive outpatient rehab.
Okay.
And obviously I started going because of alcohol, but it's now really towards my bipolar and my ADD. Now I'm being told that I have both ADD and ADHD. And it's like, you just explaining that, I do that, and I've been doing that for so long. Like, not so much the reward thing, because I think other things that I like got going on in my brain like don't care about that. Like I just won't do it because I don't want to do it.
Right.
But like I always have to have like, do you sleep with the sound machine?
I always have a show on.
Yeah.
I can't fall asleep to silence.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah.
My brain is never tired, especially when you're medicated.
That's exactly it.
I used to get what's it called? Sleep
paralysis?
Yes. I used to get sleep paralysis all the time. I used to get nightmares all the time because I have a very active, very hyperactive brain.
Yeah.
And so I would like, there was a point where I just like wouldn't sleep because every night I was getting like sleep paralysis. I don't know how.
Because
to,
you
like,
were
fix
scared
it.
to sleep, or
No,
because you
because
just
I
couldn't.
wasn't tired. My brain wasn't tired. My body was exhausted. My brain could go for hours.
I'm the same way. I literally like, how do you fall asleep at night then these days? Because I mean, we both take Adderall. We take Adderall.
Medicated, prescribed.
We're prescribed. I've been prescribed since high school, but can't say I was taking it from high school till now. I definitely had some breaks. However, I take it now for the past year every day for the most part.
I try to take it every day now.
Yeah, now. Yeah. I swear as we get older, bro, we need it more because your brain, like once you hit 25, you're 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you hit 25, bitch.
Yeah, I can't wait.
No, like wait. Like your brain flips.
Oh, yeah.
The day I woke up at 25 years old, I cried the whole day because my brain was just like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what the fuck was I saying before that? I have a sound machine in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Top volume every night. And even when I'm like, okay, do you do this too? Your TV's on, your computer's on, your phone's on. You're watching 3 different things at once.
Yes. I will put my laptop on because I don't have a TV in my room because I like don't watch enough TV for me to have a TV in my room.
Yeah.
But I'll just put it on in the background on my laptop like Hulu. I will have Rick and Morty or Bob's Burgers running, or Family Guy sometimes, at all times of the night. Like just running in the background. I will be sitting in front of that on my phone on TikTok. 5 minutes later, Twitter. 5 minutes later, TikTok. 5 minutes later, because like you need that stimulation.
Yeah, you
and
need
you
double.
Like your body is physically tired, which is why you're in bed, but you need some kind of stimulation going on in your head. So like I've started doing the New York Times like Wordle. And like just all the New York Times games because like it's giving my brain a workout and it's tiring me out. Same thing when I was studying for my personal training exam, listening to the podcast put me into sleep because it's tiring my brain out with all the information.
Do you think you learned from those podcasts?
I do, kind of.
But you fall asleep?
Like, because I am listening to like, I feel like we're able to tune things out so much easier with like ADHD.
Oh my God, like my brain could literally, I could hear you speaking and then if I think about another thought right now, I could like intentionally do it.
Right.
And then I hear.
And just completely.
And in here it's like.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Was that to your point? Sorry if
No, yeah, that was literally like exactly like you. So sometimes yes, I retain information, but like I think I can multitask, like reading and but I will not retain any of the information. So
me neither. I can't, and it makes me not want to read. I hate reading because of that. Like, what middle school did you go to?
I went to Tomlinson.
Okay. Did they have reading as a class in the curriculum?
I think so.
Yeah. Curriculum.
Yeah.
There's some words I can't fucking say correctly. Curriculum. Yeah. 6th to 8th grade, I was in reading and everybody else was in fucking Spanish. I couldn't take a language because I needed more help than other like normal. I hate saying normal people because I always say normal people and my therapist is like, well, let's not say you're like everyone's normal because no one's like.
Dude, I literally had that thought at home. I was like, I was thinking like of our conversation, like what would happen. And I'm like, normal, but like you can't say normal these days, but like it is what it, like.
Yeah.
We could say it.
We could say it. I'm not normal. Like my brain is not normal.
No, like chemically our brains are.
No, our brains are chemically
Typical
imbalanced, which is why we have shit going on. She's on the spectrum. I'm severely bipolar manic. And we're both ADHD. Yay. And I love it. And I just love being a lab rat.
Yeah.
I just do. Do you go to therapy?
I did. But I don't know. It's hard because I feel like I need to find a therapist who will, like when I go into therapy, I will literally say, okay, this is what I do. This, and this. Tell me why I do it. And like, that's not their kind of, it's off script.
The whole point of therapy, I mean, you're supposed to find it out yourself through speaking about it. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. And like none of them have worked for you because you're just like.
I just want answers.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, just tell me.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Do you think you actually know the reason behind everything that you are though?
No, of course not. Which is exactly why I'm like,
You're confused of who you are.
yeah. And also I know what I want, and I know that I want to be like the best version of myself. I just want to get there the fastest way possible, and instead of like having to work it out myself, I want to literally just be like, I can't do this. I have a difficulty in this area with this. This is my childhood. Tell me how it correlates. Like, put the pieces together.
Wait,
I have the pieces, just connect the dots.
You want to talk about your childhood?
Yeah, I have 3 older brothers that are way older than me. I think there's like a 13 to 14 year age difference with me and the youngest older sibling. So
I love that. The youngest older sibling.
the youngest one of the older ones, of all the old ones. But I grew up in a house with both parents up until middle school. But my mom worked like 10 different jobs, and so I was mostly with my dad and my brothers all the time. So, and because of that, I had an interesting family dynamic, and just the relationship that my mom and I had and still have has never been more of like a maternal relationship. It's always been like stepmother or like a sibling relationship, just because of my dad being like the more authoritative figure and us kind of all just being it felt like we were just all on the same level.
Because he was there more.
Yeah, and he was the one like disciplining me and telling me what to do, and she really wasn't, and she was out supporting the family, which is great. But it just kind of skewed my perspective of her and just my relationship with women moving forward, which is a very big like part of my life. Because I did go to all girls high school, so that was really hard.
Shit, yeah.
But
I'm just making sure it's still going. Okay, we're good.
But I grew up as a person of color in a predominantly white town. I never really thought that was like
something that would affect you.
I didn't think it did affect me up until like I realized that it did. Another switch flipping. Just because like I've had instances. I remember I did ballet for breakfast at McKinley, and it was like just you'd go to school early and you'd have ballet, and like our principal and one of the therapist teachers or something led ballet, and then we would like we would think we're so cool in our little ballet leotards, and we'd walk around school and we'd want to like wear a little whatever those slippers are called, ballet flats.
The ballet flats,
yeah,
which are in now. Interesting.
Right, we'd wear those like throughout the day or try to. And I remember this one time. Oh, it was like me, you know, and like some other, but like it was like that little friend group that I had, and there was this one day I'm in the lunch line, and this girl that I was like kind of friends with, she's kind of annoying, but like it is what it is. We're on the same bus, so it's fine. She came up to my group of friends. It was like me and 2 other girls. One is Colombian, the other one is like Egyptian and Russian. She's pretty tan, but like not. She's still white, but she's kind of tan.
Yeah.
But none of them are like white. They have
some type of pigment to their yeah.
And then none of them are like American. Like all their parents are both foreign. So this girl comes up to me, and she tells me that she told me that I didn't look as good in my ballet shoes because of like the color of my skin. She didn't say it exactly like that. She said it something along those lines. But in that moment, like I can picture it now, and like in that moment I was just like,
why?
I was just like, what, why, where, how, what, like, what is that even? And I didn't really like I told my mom, and she brought it to the principal, and like I don't remember if it was a big thing or not. I just remember my mom being really pissed off about the fact that like the principal didn't do that much about it. There was this other instance in middle school where I was in 7th grade, and we were in history class, and we were doing like a debate, and the class was broken up into two groups, and we were sitting across from each other having a debate, and I was very passionate about what I was saying, and I did my research, and I did my homework, and I did what I was supposed to do, and I knew exactly what I was talking about, and I felt very confident in what I was saying and what I was doing. But I was doing what I'm doing now, which is talking with my hand, because I again was passionate and motivated, and I actually cared about what I was doing in class. And as I'm presenting my argument, I see this white kid, they're all white kids, but this white boy is sitting kind of across from me, and I see him like mimicking me, like mimicking my hand movements.
What the fuck?
And as soon as I saw that, I kind of just like shut down inside, because I'm like, again, why?
Yeah.
Like, is it that serious? Why why.
Mm-hmm.
And that just situations like that have really made me feel uncomfortable around certain like people.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel unattractive towards certain people and just made me feel like I was less than other people. So that really like skewed my view of just people in this town.
Do you think that it affected you and your like self-esteem?
Definitely. I did not have a self-esteem.
Do you think you have a self-esteem now?
I do now.
In what ways? I turned to a therapist. So.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
It's hard because I still do get that like little me in the back of my head when I see certain like if anytime, and this is like 100% like dead serious, when I see like white males around my age, I get uncomfortable. And just because I'm like, I feel like they're just thinking like just bad things, just negatively. And I just think about how I was treated before, and it's, I don't want to feel that way, but like,
it affected you to the point where now like you're pinpointing how that shit made you feel.
Like, I'm like, just like, does everyone feel that? Like, I don't, it's just,
yeah,
it's strange, but like that, I guess that really stuck with me more than I thought. But in other ways, like, I feel like I've definitely grown my confidence in this, the way of just me being here and like doing this, and like the way that I make content and me actually posting and
putting yourself out there.
Right. And being perceived and going in the gym and like filming like that.
Takes a lot of balls.
That's something I never imagined myself doing. I wanted to start a YouTube channel when I was like in like middle school, elementary school, and I have so many videos of me just like talking to the camera and like archived like private videos on YouTube that I would never show anybody. But it's like because I wanted to so bad, but like my brain just wouldn't let me like post and just wouldn't let me. It was just such a mental block. And so now I feel like I'm learning how to get over that.
Do you think it's because you're actually like getting answers to certain things? Like,
yeah,
you have your answer of, okay, like you're neurodivergent, which affects you in social settings. So do you think that now you have that answer of like the way that you were explaining how like you couldn't like raise your hand in class, or you watch what other people are doing in certain situations that you don't know how to go about yourself? Do you think now that you have those answers, you're like, okay, I got an answer, now I'm gonna like go do what the fuck I want since I know what the fuck it is? Right.
Yes, but the thing, like, there's so many things that I still don't have the answer to. Like, that's just part of it. Like, I feel like there's so much more to, like, it's an iceberg.
Same.
And every day I'm learning new things about myself, and I'll go on TikTok and I'll see a new, like, oh, if you do this, or like, not necessarily, like, this is a sign of so whatever. I'm like, oh my God, I've been doing that my entire life. Like,
bitch, don't do the TikTok thing.
But like, no, it's like, take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But like, just like, and it's not every single video that I see, but I'm like, wait, I struggle with this, and I literally have it in my notes, like, why do I do this? And then this is why. And then I'll like look it up even more, like actually research it. I'm like, wow, that's actually why. That makes sense. And then I have like 10 more questions, and I have to figure out throughout my life.
Therapy is so, like, when you know you have a good therapist, when it is so hard to answer a simple fucking question. Because you're like for example, today I had IOP, and he's asking me because like of my bipolar and stuff. He's been asking me like, what's my biggest takeaway since knowing that I'm bipolar? Couldn't answer the question because I was like, I view myself in 4. No, his question, well, he asked that question, but before we were doing exercises about like getting it, like feelings when you're getting into a high versus feelings when you're getting into a low, and when you're neutral. And I was like, I can't even explain a single time that I've ever felt neutral in my whole entire life, because I'm either up here or I'm down here. Right. And then he made me realize that I am neutral. I was neutral in that moment. like I was like, oh, this is what feeling neutral, because I didn't know what feeling neutral was like.
Right.
Because I've never. It's anyway.
I know exactly what you mean. You don't think about it in the moment. Like,
you literally don't even like you can't even like, I still can't even comprehend, like, kind of, I still couldn't tell you, like, I'm probably neutral right now.
right.
And I'd be like, I don't know how I feel. That's neutral.
Right.
You know? So basically my whole point of me saying that is, if you feel like that after therapy session, like what I just said, that's when you know it's like working and you have a good therapist. If you're walking out of therapy feeling like, what the fuck was that? Like, I didn't learn anything new.
Yeah.
I was stumped on a question. Like, that shit really makes you go like ramble for 10 minutes. And then the therapist is like, okay, so basically you said this, and they put it into words for you.
Right.
And then you're like, yes. It's
right.
so crazy.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I think especially with just ADHD, it's so hard because I don't know if this is for you. I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it probably applies. But I have a very hard time expressing my emotions because I have a very hard time seeing what they are and understanding what they are and feeling them.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm not on Adderall, I just have like a cloud.
Yes.
And like spirally just cloud, and everything is just up there, and everything's going by and nothing makes sense because it's always like this thought and that thought and whatever. So I might cry and I have no idea why I'm crying. I don't know if I'm upset or if something hurt me or what specifically why I'm triggered. But if I'm on Adderall,
Wait, you're
I
literally
know why. It makes sense. Because everything is like, it makes sense.
Oh my Lord. Like, honestly, bro, I can't wait to tell my therapist that next week that you just said that, because that is a crazy good analogy. Like the clouds.
I have so many ADHD
Like,
analogies.
I get irked by something and I'm like, why?
Why?
It like triggers my like manic fucking like tendencies that I have since, the bipolar, and it puts me in a mood for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I just come out of it in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what the fuck? But the pinpointing of why is it getting to that? Why are you being irked? What are the emotions that make you go into a low versus a high? I'm like, I can't fucking answer that. I don't even know.
Which I didn't know was an ADHD. I thought like that's how everyone thought. Like I didn't know. I thought you had to learn and like really go through therapy and like be coached on how to express your emotions or like know what you're feeling, or you either had to be raised like with amazing parents that like knew how to communicate your feelings to you.
Yeah.
I had neither. I had amazing parents, couldn't communicate feelings.
Yeah.
We don't hug or kiss in my house.
You guys don't show
touch.
affection.
We don't. So, like navigating feelings and emotions is just always very difficult for me, and it's also just very difficult for people on like neurodivergent people, or also just people with ADHD. Which is also neurodivergent, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know why I keep separating that.
Yeah, it is. I don't have a problem really expressing my feelings to people. Actually, what the fuck am I saying? See, now I can't even express how I'm trying to feel right now. I don't know. You kind of stumped me there, because now I'm like, do I have a problem? Do I have a hard time expressing how I feel? Because like, you know me, I'm like, I say what the fuck I feel out loud.
But it's like,
but it's
before
deeper.
you even get there, it's like you can't say what you feel if you don't know what you feel. So it's like you can, like if I get irritated about something and I give someone the cold shoulder and they're like, why aren't you talking to me? I don't know. I really don't know.
I see.
Like I can't figure out what's going on, and this is us communicating isn't helping anything. I need to figure it out myself. Mm-hmm. I can't talk to you. I don't know. Like,
has there been times where, like, have you done that with close friends before? Like, or like a relationship?
I do that in relationships all the time.
So you're like kind of an avoidant.
Yes, because I feel like it's tricky, because I've been in situations where if not a lot of people know how to deal with people with ADHD and people who are neurodivergent. If you're not raised in a house around them, or if you're not raised just around people like that, you don't know how to deal with it or how to handle different actions or behaviors. And that's really, really difficult because I either don't say how I'm feeling and like put on that mask and do that, or I say how I'm feeling and it doesn't make sense to them, and that frustrates the other person even more because they don't understand. But I can't make you understand. You need to like be in my brain. Like there's no way for us to really figure it out.
Yeah, or there needs to be like a professional or something
Right,
that
like a
really
third
knows
party.
what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Not that you don't know what you're talking about, but like
Someone to explain it to the other person so that they can and more
understand.
Yeah. I feel like that's always what I need is like an interpreter. Like an ADHD interpreter. Because I know what I'm saying, I know what I'm trying to express.
It's basically a therapist.
Yeah. Like a relation. Yeah. But like I need someone with me at all times in my back pocket.
Oh, okay.
Like
ChatGPT.
Right. Which is exactly what I use.
I'll just say that's probably what you use.
Exactly what
It's our bestie. Actually, I don't use ChatGPT at all.
I have so many questions. I know it's ruining our environment, but so is everything else. Hate to be
Everything
that
else.
Didn't we just send Katy Perry to the moon for nothing?
Sorry, I'm gonna cut this. Should have just worn something better. Honestly, guys, I don't give a fuck what I'm wearing today. So it's raining, and sometimes I just don't care. Like, you know how Tana Mojo doesn't care what she wears on the podcast sometimes? I don't care. So don't come at me. Do you think there's certain emotions that like you feel more than others like every day?
Yes, because of our natural low dopamine, just low dopamine. If you guys didn't know, if you have ADHD, you're most likely lacking dopamine. Dopamine is what makes you like happy. It's that happy chemical in your brain. Rewarding, I guess.
It's the reward mechanism, whatever chemical.
Yeah. So, like, scrolling on my phone gives me dopamine because it is what it is.
You're distracted.
Yeah.
From what's up here.
Right. So, exactly. So, it's like if you wake up in the morning and you automatically have low dopamine, so it's harder to, like, get out of bed and it's harder to do just things in general because you don't want to because there's what's the reward? Like, what's the point? So yes, I feel like when I'm not my natural state, when I'm not medicated, I'm just very much in my head and my emotions are probably just like uneasy. I don't know, unpredictable. Just because I can get very like overstimulated, especially in the morning. Loud noise or just bright light or any, like, I can get overstimulated in like 2 seconds in the morning.
Yeah.
Before I take my medicine. So I guess whatever the feeling of like low dopamine is, which is what, like low energy, just like
tiredness.
Yeah.
Or cloudiness.
Right.
Because cloudy doesn't necessarily mean tired.
Yeah, definitely cloudiness.
Yeah.
Is that an emotion? Whatever. That's what I feel the most.
Yeah. I think that's like a emotion.
It is now.
It is now. We just made cloudiness an emotion.
It is what it is.
Put a little cloud over us that has a sun coming through it. Because after we take Adderall, that's how I feel.
30 minutes later.
Okay, wait. Can we talk about this for a second?
No, that's exactly, like, I will see rainy day outside is exactly how I am with our Adderall.
Yeah.
Sunny day with a little rainbow, with a little leprechaun at the end. That's how it is with Adderall.
And today I felt like it was a great day even though it was raining.
Me too.
Because of Adderall. Wow.
You know how many days that I've just sat inside, even it's nice and it's beautiful outside, but like I don't have the motivation or the dopamine inside to like get up and do that because like what's the point? Again, what's the point? It's not gonna, like, it is gonna make me feel better. Obviously being outside will, but it's like that's it. Like,
yeah.
Sunshine.
Yeah, like, okay, sunshine makes you feel like the dopamine is up or something.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't give you,
but like, not enough.
Enough to like get up, go to gym.
Right.
Clean your room.
Right.
Yeah.
And these tasks like aren't stimulating. And everything for me is a task. Like everything, like having to take a shower after the gym or just take a shower in general, having to like go downstairs and make myself breakfast, lunch, dinner, having to just do things unmedicated, everything is a task.
Yeah, I definitely know that. I definitely feel that.
So it's like hard, especially when you're with people who are just like neurotypical, who don't see it that way. But I wake up and there's a million things that I have to do for the day, and it's all before I even like leave the house, and it's just tedious, and I don't want to do them, so I don't until the very last second, because waiting till the last second gives me dopamine. So
because you're better under pressure.
Right.
Wow, you honestly just really made me realize something about myself.
Good, I'm glad.
Wow, I can't wait to bring this to my IOP on Wednesday. I have to write it down though, because I'm gonna forget it. So
It's okay, it'll be here.
oh yeah, it will be here. Hi. See, you forget it's here. I mean, I forget it's here sometimes. Do you take any other medication besides Adderall? Do you care that this whole thing is about mental health today? Because we're already at an hour.
It is what it is.
Okay.
No. So when I was first like went to a therapist and was getting diagnosed and prescribed things, they tried to give me bipolar medication because I said that I have high highs.
Which
and low
was
lows.
what?
I don't remember.
Was it Zoloft?
No.
Abilify?
Mm-mm. It was some like heart attack medication or something like that. I think.
It wasn't Abilify?
No, I think it started with like a D or a B. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't really take it because I was like, this doesn't feel right. I want Adderall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't what I need.
Yeah.
I know this is what I need, so I didn't really take it.
Yeah.
But really just between Vyvanse and Adderall.
When did they give you that?
The what?
When did they prescribe you like the bipolar
Oh.
medication?
That was what, like 2 years ago when I first like actually stepped foot into a therapist, like into a office.
Was it a therapist or a psychiatrist?
I think it was both in the same office.
Okay.
I had one of each. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, but then I was like, this isn't what I mean. I didn't mean that. I take it back. That's not what's wrong with me.
Yeah, like that was the first shot of me trying to explain how I feel, and
Right.
now I realize coming back that's not how I feel. Actually,
I was wrong.
I was wrong. Thanks for taking the first thing I say and
Just running with it. Like, don't even ask. Okay, you're bipolar. Here's some medication.
See, it took me a while to be as an adult diagnosed bipolar. They did many screenings on me. Mm-hmm. They started me off with antidepressant medication. Mm-hmm. I was already on Adderall, but they started me off with antidepressant medication, which has changed my life, and I take it to this day. It's fucking amazing. And then they put me on some type of mood stabilizer. Do you feel like Adderall like makes you want to hit the vape more?
Yes.
Like constant?
Yes.
Me too.
Yes. When I don't, and you're not supposed to like take breaks from Adderall. You're supposed to take it like all the time.
Yeah.
If you're prescribed. Which I didn't want to do at first because I was like, not that I thought I would get addicted to it, but I wanted to like train my brain how to like not need it.
Yeah, like holistic.
Yeah, and my doctor's like basically was like, you're fucking dumb. Like it doesn't work that way. Like you need to take your medication or you're not going to be able to like function. Mm-hmm. And so, but I still will do it sometimes where I'll like take a brain break because I also don't have an appetite on Adderall.
Neither. So
when I'm trying to gain weight, I can't. So, and they won't like prescribe me anything for that because it's like, you're at a healthy weight. Yeah, but
you want to gain.
Yeah, I should be able to gain weight, and I can't because of the medication, so give me more.
You want to gain weight or you want to gain muscle?
I want to gain muscle, but I can't keep on, like...
You can't gain muscle without eating.
Exactly. And I can't do that if I'm not hungry. So, I will, like, on days that I don't really have to work or on, like, my low functioning days where I don't really have to do that much, I won't take it. Mm-hmm. But, and so I'll actually, like, be hungry. But the next day, because I was going through withdrawals the day before, I'm back on my medication. I feel 10 times better, but yes. I get headaches more often because I'm not drinking water. I don't know, like, I'm super locked in compared to other days because I'm like, boom, 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 I'm good. Like, definitely hit vape a lot more. Definitely, like, just, like, I feel like my eyes, like... My pupils like
yes, they dilate.
You know in the movies where they like that like zoom in thing? That's exactly.
I know exactly what the fuck that feeling is.
Like go. Like I sit down. I'm like, why am I sitting down? I can't sit down. I warm up food. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat this. I have things to do. Like I'll take a bite. I have to force myself to eat because I'm like, this is not important. This is not important. I have so many other. I have to like reorganize my closet, color coordinate. Like this is not important right now. You know what I mean? Which is like, what the hell? But that's just how. It is what it is.
Sometimes I get in my car and just drive and I'm like, wait, why am I driving? It's because I don't want to be inside. I want to be outside. I want to be doing something not in my house.
Right.
Like so fucking, and I'm always hitting the vape on the Adderall. And I always drink water anyway, but when I'm on Adderall, I constantly drink water. I pee every honestly 25 minutes. Like I'm surprised I haven't even been peeing right now.
I think it's it depends. Like if I am on it like constantly, then like I'm okay. But when I do take those days off, it's like
even one day.
Yeah, literally just one day.
Sometimes like, do you ever feel like it stops working?
Like during the day, you're saying? Or
like,
just in general?
In general, like you take it in the morning. Oh, I take mine right when I wake up because like what you said, like recently, like literally brushing my teeth and washing my face, like my skincare is everything, but it seems like a task if I don't have the like even getting fucking out of bed dressed.
Right.
So I make sure I wake up immediately, put that shit in my mouth and swallow it. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, Rainbow Road on the Mario Kart track. And I'm like, let's fucking go. I'm so ready. I'm texting everyone, blowing them up.
You're just in agreement. No, my doctor literally said that I should wake up an hour earlier to take my medicine and go back to sleep. That way, when I actually wake up for real, like I'm good to go. So
what? I've never thought of that before.
And it's not gonna like he's like it's not gonna actually like wake you up, but like when you wake up, your brain is normal.
I don't like that. Just wait. Do you do RX or do you do immediate release?
I have both.
Okay.
Yeah, I had like the one for when I actually have to work like all day, and then other ones for when I have to work at the restaurant, and it's like 4 to 9, and it's like
so
I don't want to take it.
That's the immediate.
Yeah.
Dude, immediate shit is crazy. It's fucking crazy, bro. You feel it literally in 4 seconds.
Just like that.
It is crazy. How do y'all think I've been doing this podcast shit and having a job and going to the gym and having a social life?
That part.
How do you think I do this? And it's all by myself. How do you think I do this? Medication.
And I get so like I hate to be that person, but I feel like this way in so many aspects of my life where it's like, you know how when people would like wear glasses as a trend in like middle school and like
they weren't even prescribed.
No. And I'm like, I can't see, and you're wearing glasses, and now I'm like, okay, I need Adderall to survive. You guys are abusing it and taking it when you don't need it,
and now we're out of fucking stock.
Now I can't have it. Now I'm a mess. So thanks for being selfish. When you don't need it, your brain is perfectly fine. You don't see clouds. You have sunny days every day. You're selfish. You're selfish. Like, that's not fair.
I'm not gonna lie. I know it's like something going on right now about Adderall being out of stock. I have not had that problem.
It's also the pharmacies, because I switched my pharmacy to a different one, and they have it more often than the other one does. But
Which one?
Rite Aid. I switched from CVS to Rite Aid.
Well, Rite Aid's out of business now. It's going out of business, so you have to change your pharmacy again. Because mine's always been Rite Aid my whole life here.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It's like right there.
Yeah, but like Rite Aid's one of my customers for some of the product we sell them at my job. Bankrupt. They're literally going out of business. So I went to the pharmacy a couple days ago to pick up like probably Adderall or something, Zoloft, whatever the fuck the shit is. And I heard the lady talking. She was like, "Wait, I have to switch my pharmacy. What? I have to switch my pharmacy. Like, where am I gonna go? Like, la la." And I'm like, "You go to Rite Aid and you see like everything's out of stock. Like, there's nothing on the shelves.
Right.
There's nothing." I go there all the time to find like my mascara before I go anywhere else because it's right down the street from my house. It hasn't been there in a fucking year. And it's CVS. There's like 800 of them on the fucking thing. Right. I'm like, okay. Anyway, you're going to have to change your pharmacy again.
Yeah.
Which sucks because like Rite Aid has always had what I needed. Never ever told me, oh, we don't have that.
Right.
So
I haven't had an issue so far.
Maybe
CVS
we do Walgreens.
I think I did try. Yeah. Okay. I tried Walgreens, and then I don't know. I think I misspoke when the person on the prescriber that I called asked what pharmacy it was. Maybe I said Rite Aid instead of Walgreens, and so they sent it there. Because that was like my most recent pickup was Rite Aid, but before that it was Walgreens. So I guess I'll switch back to that. But CVS is like so close to my house.
I know, it's so close.
In the drive-through.
There's like, no Walgreens near my house. It's the one on the other side of town. And the drive-through, the Rite Aid drive-through, fucking is clutch too. But I can't pick up Adderall in the drive-through. I always have to sign and show my ID at Rite Aid.
Because it's CVS, like a what? It's not like an actual person in the window. It's like a little.
No,
thing?
It's like it's a thing.
CVS has both. They have like the window and the little thing.
Yeah, but it's
Little
like, can't
chute.
you just let me put my ID in the chute?
Right, exactly.
Send me down a pen.
Right.
Send me back up. I'll give my ID.
Like when you're at the bank, you can send up your bank card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I don't know. Maybe they need to see my face. But
Right,
isn't there a
fix
camera
that.
on the thing? Anyway, this is ADHD.
This is exactly why we're here.
So yeah, anyway. What the fuck were we saying? I used to be like, are you good to keep going for a little bit? Mm-hmm. I used to be someone so against medication because of like my mom. And I like just didn't, I mean, I started Adderall before I even knew like what it was and what it did to me and why I needed it. My dad just like noticed when I was a junior and going to junior year in high school, I was like, I had F's and D's and C's, and I obviously am not stupid. Right. So he was like, wait, something's going on here. Put me on the Adderall, B's, A's, got my GPA from a 2.8 to a 3.3 or some shit in high school in 2 years. Okay. So like, yeah, thanks. I'm joking. Anyone can fucking do that. But, I think I got addicted to it because I was so young and I didn't know what it was. My dad just handed it to me one day.
Right.
My dad's also a doctor, so I had that easy in. But I stopped taking that for a while because I got so fucking skinny. Abnormally skinny for someone my height and my build. So skinny. Yeah. I like loved it, but my legs were like, my thigh gap was literally like, it was scary. I'll show you a picture after. I have this one picture where you're gonna be like, what the fuck? In like 2 months, 3 months, I was just not eating. I was drinking coffee every day because the caffeine addiction on Adderall is real. It's fucking real. I started drinking coffee again, which I haven't drank in since probably Donut Inn. Now I get one every day and I have a Celsius every day. I have 2 Celsiuses every day. And I hit the vape.
Do you take your Adderall around the same time that you drink caffeine?
I take it right when I wake up and then I go get coffee.
So like within the same hour?
Yeah. Why?
It's going to mess up your Adderall.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But like somehow, I think you're going to have to look this, or we can look this up after, but you're not supposed to take them within a certain amount of time. Like you're not supposed to have caffeine within a certain amount of time that you take a stimulant. I don't remember the amount of time, but I think that's too soon.
Because it like heightens it?
I think it like cancels it, like, I don't think it heightens it. It does something bad.
You know what? Maybe that's why it didn't work for me for a couple days straight, like last week or 2 weeks ago. WebMD, what is it?
The more you know.
Well, you know. Wait, what the fuck? That's crazy. I need to look that up.
Yeah.
Because I take it immediately when I get up, before I brush my teeth, before I get dressed, because I have to take 8. I literally take 7 pills a day. I take 7 pills a day, and I mix them around differently because sometimes I'm like, so if I take my Adderall with this one, does it cancel it out? Because some days I felt like it wasn't working, and I was like, it's because I took it with this pill instead of this pill, or I took it if I'm taking it alone and all those ones together.
Right.
I found that works. So I don't know. I'm just probably making that fucking up, but
I mean, everyone's different. It could literally just work for you and be like or it could be like a real, like, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
We're not doctors.
Yeah. We're not doctors. My dad would say that's a fucking myth. I already know he would say that. But he has told me some days it just doesn't work. And I'm like, why though? He's like, just doesn't. I'm like, thanks, Dr. fucking obvious. Right. What the fuck was I going with this? I feel like it just released again in my body because now I'm like, it knows I'm talking about it. now it wants to show it. So.
I feel like, your point about like not eating and losing weight brought up another memory of like elementary school. I think I have body dysmorphia now. I think I developed that over the past year. And that's not true. Yes, that is true. I've always been skinny, but in elementary school, I had a friend, another white boy. He was like actually the only like white boy that I was actually like really friends with. So this one hit home. I remember we were walking through the hallway of school, and for some reason we were talking about like swimsuits or summer, or maybe not even at all. But he was like, "You're so skinny that like a bikini would like slide right off of you." It's like, we're like 9.
How do you even know what a fucking bikini is, bitch?
Why is it like,
Like, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
but like, why is that? So ever since then, I've just been like really hated being skinny, and I always just saw myself as like a little stick, and it's very frustrating trying to gain weight and trying to gain muscle while being medicated, because it's almost impossible. So, and being someone who is trying to put themselves out there and like being on the screen and seeing myself from all these different angles and seeing what my body looks like all the time is a lot. And seeing what everyone else's body looks like on the internet is a lot. I'm not really one to compare myself. It's more of I'm beating myself up because I'm like, I could do that too. I just don't have the discipline, or I'm not there yet, and I want to be there. So it's frustrating. But
what's your goal for your body? She's showing me a picture.
I don't know. Oh, you can't see it now, but it's literally my lock screen is like
I used to do that.
this girl. Yeah.
Show me after.
Nice big quads. Nice big glutes.
Yeah.
Nice 6-pack.
Yeah.
Big arms.
You want big arms?
I don't want huge arms, but I want like
muscular arms.
yeah.
You want to see the cuts in your arms when you're just chilling.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I just want bigger biceps too, because like what the fuck is this? This is nothing. But like it's not nothing. But like
I don't really have them either.
I just want more meat on my body.
Yeah.
And I want hips.
Yeah. Well, hips are, the way you were born.
Well, yeah, I can't, and I'll get surgery for that. But like everything else.
Why?
Because not surgery, like I will still do everything that I can to like grow
Naturally.
Yeah. But I have a very different outlook on myself, and I see myself way more like in a more masculine way, which is also another thing going back to like us like knowing each other. And I feel like we both have that like less of a feminine side, more masculine side.
Yep.
We both also are like you have a sister, but like
I have 2 sisters.
you got 2 sisters, but like when I see you, I think like, okay,
my 2 brothers
and like strong in gym and like you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how I'm also perceived. Like I'm very like all black. I don't like pink. Love the couch though.
Thanks.
So cute. But like I don't. But like I'm not.
Love
like, it. That's like not my like.
Yeah, you're very
like,
neutral.
yeah, I'm just very chill.
Yeah.
I'm not over the top with it. And I feel like that kind of makes me just seeing how the world and society sees women. I don't fit that like girly stigma stereotype, which is fine. I don't really want to all the time, but like sometimes I want my figure to be at least more girly so that I have the ability to dress like a boy and not actually look like a boy.
What's a girly figure to you though?
Like just more hips and more like just the typical like typical as in like what's it called? Not stereotype.
I mean, what's trending right now type shit?
Not necessarily. I mean, yes and no, because I feel like what's trending right now is like unobtainable. And
for you?
It's all like just in general. Like it's just a lot of surgery and a lot of like
unless you're naturally built like that.
Right, exactly. And I don't know. I feel like because of all the women in my family on my mom's side have just big butt, hips, big boobs, very just southern black woman looking body type. My dad's side of the family is very slender, tall, skinny, strong built. So just seeing like the difference and not being able to like I just always wanted that as an adult. Like I just always wanted that as a child, looking up and being like, I want to look like I'm an adult. I want to look like a woman. I want to look like more feminine. And that, I feel like just seeing that like at home has changed my view. So I wouldn't really say it's like because of any influence of like social media, like what the body type, what people want to look like now. It's more of just like how I was raised and what I saw at home and like what I just wanted from being a kid.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't think you look masculine at all. I think you're beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah, and I think you're very fit, and I think you have a nice ass body.
Thanks.
So
I think
you're
it's
well.
body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
Again, going back to
so that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I think that people want what they don't have all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I hate the fact that you say you want surgery because you don't need that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wait until you're older. If you really need that for yourself, then get it.
Yeah, I would wait. I wouldn't like. It's so hard though because it's like I want to wait, but it's also like I'm never gonna get any younger.
I was just about to say, like, you want to get it when you're. I mean, more power to you if you want to get a BBL or whatever at 50 years old, but or a boob job. Like, honestly, you should wait until you. Do you want kids?
I do.
Okay, so you should wait until you have children to get a boob job. They say.
Right.
But everybody wants what they don't have, right?
Definitely.
I want thinner arms. I'll never get that because my family we have German arms and they're just bigger arms naturally. And I used to hate my fucking arms. I used to never show them. I used to, like, I have the bumps on the back of my arms. You can see them kind of. The bumps on the back of my arms. I just have naturally bigger arms. Like, I like my body personally, and I'm very grateful that I could say that.
Mm.
And I naturally have that ability to gain muscle even if I'm not eating that much. I don't know why. It's just my like I don't know if it's
Right.
like a slow or fast metabolism.
I have a very fast metabolism.
Yeah, which also I don't know. My body's just very like whatever, but I have always wanted smaller arms. And I have thought about it within the past even fucking 3 months of liposuction in my arms because, you know, people do that and it's not really that bad of a surgery. It doesn't really hurt and you can be awake for it. And it just doesn't grow back.
I've never like thought about your arms like that. like that's such a, you know what I mean? Like even hearing it back the other way, it's like I've never immediately when I think of you, it's like all like lower body.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
You know?
But that's what because that's what pops the most. I don't have
like,
perfect boobs and shit.
No, but like even with upper body, I feel like you look like you have a strong upper body when I like, you know what I mean? Like you look strong.
Yeah.
I don't like from my perspective of you, it's never been like, oh, like
I have big arms.
Big weird arms and something like that. Like it's like, oh my god, like look at her ass, look at her legs, like look at like she looks so strong. Like you know what I mean? Like strong back, strong whatever.
Yeah. I'm just a broad person. I'm very broad.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends said that to me at the gym once. Like we were working out our back and they were like, oh my god, like your back is so broad. And I'm like, thanks. I think like I never thought, like, I don't know, like I've never wanted to be broad.
Right.
Like my back, like I'm very muscular to her point. Obviously doesn't come with nothing, but like it also leads to like more room for like fat to be stored and la la la.
Right.
Hi guys, completely lost the conclusion clip of this podcast. So just want to say thank you guys for tuning in again to episode 22 of the Sassy and Classy podcast. And I'll see you next time. Bye.